Welcome! The Student Leadership Academy, SLA, is here to provide you with the opportunity to further develop your leadership development and professional development skills while learning more about the history and traditions of the college. This video is here to give you a brief introduction to SLA and get you prepared for our first meeting. To successfully complete the Student Leadership Academy, you must attend all of the course meetings. There are exceptions, but please speak with one of the instructors as soon as you know there will be a conflict. With only 5 meetings, missing even one makes it hard to successfully complete the program. Next, 5 community service hours need to be completed by the last meeting. Students can choose to do their service hours all at one time, spread them out, complete them all at one place, or with several different community organizations. The choice is yours. Be prepared to report out about your experience at the last meeting. If you need help choosing where to do your hours, speak with any of the SLA instructors and we'd be happy to give you some ideas. Next, do your homework. That is part of your commitment. It is important to complete what we have asked you to do in a timely manner. This includes readings, discussion boards, online assessments, and the aforementioned community service hours. Finally, check Ivy Life frequently. In an effort to not clog everyone's email box, we will post things on Ivy Life, including ride information if you need a ride to another campus, reminders about homework, upcoming meetings, and the graduation ceremony. Successfully completing the Student Leadership Academy comes with several benefits. First, there's a statewide graduation ceremony. This is an optional but nice luncheon. Transportation will be provided, and more information can be found on the SLA Ivy Life page. Next, you'll receive a medallion that you can wear with your graduation regalia. And finally, SLA graduates will earn a 3-credit class scholarship to be used in the spring semester. Here are the expectations that your instructors have for you. First, show up on time. Remember, showing up at the meeting start time is 5 minutes too late. If you are taking the van to the location of our meeting, be sure to arrive on time. Next, cell phone. Please be respectful of the presenters and others. Silence your phones. No taking calls or texts during our meetings. Be respectful of others' opinions. It is fine to disagree, but do so in a respectful manner. Next, be attentive when others are speaking, but don't be quiet the entire time yourself. Trust me, your thoughts, opinions, etc. are an important part of the SLA. Do your homework. That is part of your commitment. It is important to complete what we ask you to do in a timely manner, and this includes the reading assignments. Finally, be open to new ideas. We've read your applications, and we know you have a lot to bring to the table, but there's always more to learn. The Student Leadership Challenge serves as the foundation for SLA. We will be using the Student Leadership Challenge book by James Kozes and Barry Posner. Each meeting will focus on one of the 5 practices: model the way, inspire a shared vision, challenge the process, enable others to act, and encourage the heart. You will receive a free copy of the book at our first SLA meeting. The Student Leadership Practices Inventory, SLPI, is an assessment to help you measure your leadership behaviors. It is not a test of how good or bad of a leader you are. It is a snapshot of how frequently you do these behaviors. There is no right or wrong answer. Answer the questions quickly and truthfully. You will receive an email from Pfeiffer Notifications or something similar with a link and instructions to the online assessment. Please log on and complete this assessment by the date of our first meeting. The assessment should take about 15 to 20 minutes to complete. Do not overthink this. Go with your gut instinct. Remember, it is nothing but a snapshot. When you complete your assessment online, you should also be prepared to add observer emails. Observers will be emailed the assessment as well and asked to rate the frequency they observe you doing the same leadership behaviors. It is important to pick appropriate observers. We encourage you to list 12 to 15 people to ensure that you get a good response rate. Observers should be people who have observed you in various roles. We encourage you to not pick family members. Both your assessment and your observer's emails should be completed before our first SLA meeting. You will also be asked to do a Strengths Quest assessment. This assessment is based on the idea that every person has a core group of talent themes or strengths that help them be successful. The Clifton Strengths Finder assessment helps leaders identify those strengths. This is an online assessment. Each student will be sent instructions in a personalized code. The instructions will also be available on the SLA page on Ivy Life under Forms. This assessment is timed. Each question has a 20-second time limit designed to get gut reactions. Again, do not overthink this. Go with your first impressions, your first thought. Make sure before you start this assessment that you are in a quiet, comfortable location where you will not be interrupted for 30 to 45 minutes, as you cannot pause the assessment. If you think you will need more time, please contact Danny McQuaid, the Director of Student Life. The assessment needs to be completed by noon on the Monday prior to our first SLA meeting. You also need to send your top 5 results to Danny McQuaid at her email address, dmcquaid@ivytech.edu. Don't forget, the Ivy Life page for the Student Leadership Academy is your connection to everything you need to know about SLA. That includes meeting details, homework reminders, transportation information, and more. Be sure to check Ivy Life frequently. Here's the contact information for the 3 SLA instructors. Feel free to contact your instructors if you have any questions or concerns. Finally, here is a reminder of the tasks you need to complete before our first meeting. You need to complete your SLPI assessment and be sure to add your 12 to 15 observer email addresses. You need to complete the Strengths Quest assessment by Monday at noon prior to the first meeting, and you need to send your top 5 results to Danny McQuaid. You also need to check out the Ivy Life page for the Student Leadership Academy. Again, welcome to the Student Leadership Academy, and we look forward to seeing you at our first meeting.